guys, so I am so excited about today's video. I will explain a little bit about the concept to you first though before we get into what is in this surprise parcel. I have been recently toying with finding a way to collaborate with booktubers I love who are not based in the UK or even just not based in London where I live in the UK, and instead live further afield in places like the US and elsewhere. And I thought it might be fun to start a series, depending on whether you enjoyed this first video or not, of booktubers choose my book haul. Now this concept is largely inspired by the kind of beauty YouTube video series of, you know, like boyfriend or best friend or subscribers pick my outfit or my makeup look or something like that. You know, I'm not trying to pretend this is completely original, but I did think it would be something I would enjoy doing with other booktubers. And the person that I immediately wanted to do the first video in this series with was Chelsea from Chelsea Dolling Reads, who is one of my favourite booktubers. She is just such a pleasure to watch. She does tons of reading vlogs and I honestly could just sit and listen to her chat about books and her life forever. She is so personable and entertaining and sassy, and I love her. And she is based in the US. Now, one of the things I also enjoy about her channel, that is something I enjoy about a lot of channels, is that she doesn't necessarily always read books I would pick up myself. Now, I think of myself as quite a broad reader. I will read various different genres and various different authors and various different types of books. So the best way for me to discover new books is to push myself outside of my comfort zone, to pick up books that people I enjoy watching love but that I wouldn't necessarily have picked up simply by reading the blurb. And Chelsea is one of those channels that I both agree with plenty of her reviews on books that I do love and read, but also discover new books and hear about books I wouldn't necessarily pick up in a bookshop. So this video is equally a way for me to give a shout out to a booktuber whose channel I think is fantastic and I'm sure many of you would also enjoy. If you are interested, Chelsea reads a lot of contemporary, a lot of romances, but she also dabbles in fantasy magic realism, YA and kind of mystery books as well. She's also constantly featuring fantastic queer lit on her channel, and like I said, her personality just shines on camera, so she's an absolute pleasure to watch. Before this video I got in touch with Chelsea and asked her if she would like to do a book haul swap. So we set a small budget and both sent each other a parcel of books ordered to each other's addresses. So these are the books that Chelsea picked out for me, and if you are interested in the books that I picked out for Chelsea, which I'm hoping she likes, they're books I love and are definitely within genres that I love, but also that I think would appeal to her reading tastes. I'm sure you will see what those are on her channel in the coming days and week, so make sure to go and check out her channel and subscribe if you want to see what I picked out for her. But without further ado, let's have a look at the books that Chelsea picked out for me. Now yes, I have already opened up this parcel, but I haven't had a proper look at the books yet, so we can enjoy this discovery together. Okay, so the book I immediately see when opening this parcel is actually a book I really want to read, so I'm so excited to see it here, and Chelsea is definitely one of the channels I've seen talk about this book. It's kind of a book that's been taking the internet by storm recently, especially amongst romance readers, and since romance is something I've been getting into more of recently, this is one that made it onto my TBR, so I'm so pleased that Chelsea picked it for me. I think you can already maybe guess what it is if you've seen this anywhere else. It is Lessons in Thorns by Sierra Simone. I believe this is a blend of mystery and romance, and if I'm not mistaken it may also have queer elements in it. I feel like that's something that I'm usually drawn to in romances, so makes me think that was one of the reasons I put this on my TBR. The blurb says, once upon a time 6 children stumble upon a wild place hidden deep in the moors, shrouded by secrets and fog. There we played a game amongst the roses and the thorns that would change us forever, that would follow us the rest of our lives. A game that ended with a hard kiss in the rain and tattered flower petals fluttering from above. And 12 years later, we're back. The heir, the dreamer, the priest, the genius, the socialite and the saint. I'm not going to dream of a forgotten place covered in thorns every night. I won't be enchanted by Thornchapel and its glossy, glamorous people. I'm not going to fall in love or have my heart torn in two. I'm not telling the truth. Because as this place slowly tightens its coil of secrets and thorns around us, as we uncover the knotted mysteries that grow here, the 6 of us begin to unravel into filthy, holy pleasure and pain, fulfilling the promise we once made as children in those whispering ruins and awakening a fate that will either anoint us or leave us in ashes. So it sounds like it's going to be a little bit dark and a lot a bit smutty, which is something I trust Chelsea's judgment in. So I'm just really excited about this. Oh, what a treat to be sent a book that I genuinely already wanted to read anyway. Like, what a good choice. And it's not like I've talked about it online, so I don't think Chelsea would have known that particularly. So thank you so much, Chelsea. I am going to be reading this ASAP. Now, the next book I'm not as familiar with, but I'm intrigued to hear what it's about, and it is Summer of Salt by Katrina Leno, and this is such a beautiful illustrated cover. I think this is YA. It looks like a YA cover. I know this might sound like an odd thing to say, but I think there are like stylistic trends within certain age groups, so this looks like YA to me, but I'm going to read the blurb and find out. This book says, magic passed down through generations. Yes, it is fantasy or magic realism. You know I love my fantasy. Georgina Fernway waits with growing impatience for the tingle of magic in her fingers. Magic that has touched every woman in her family. Her twin sister Mary already shows an ability to defy gravity, but with her 18th birthday looming at the end of the summer, Georgina fears her gift will never come. An island where strange things happen, also an excellent plot point. No one on the island of By the Sea would ever call the Fernways what they really are. But if you need the odd bit of help, say a sleeping aid concocted by moonlight, they are the ones to ask. No one questions the weather as moody and erratic as a summer storm. No one questions the allegedly 300-year-old bird who comes to roost on the island every year. And one summer that will become legend. When tragedy strikes, what made the Fernway women special suddenly casts them in suspicion. Over the course of her last summer on the island, a summer of storms, of love, of salt, Georgina will learn the truth about magic in its many forms. This sounds like a combination of magical realism / fantasy, mystery and romance, which may potentially equal perfection. I'm curious about this one. I'm going to look it up on Goodreads because I wonder, simply based on the cover, if this one is also queer, just because there's two women on the front, or girls on the front, and it does mention love. So I'm gonna look it up. It could be her twin sister, but they don't look similar from the back. They might have dyed their hair, so that's maybe not a good thing to go on. But I'm gonna look it up. Well, this one has a lot of 5 and 4-star reviews from people that I'm friends with on Goodreads, including Chelsea, so it must be good. Yes! I'm literally reading Chelsea's review right now, and it's queer. Even better, another box ticked. I'm sure I have seen this on Chelsea's channel, but you know what it's like when you watch a million YouTubers and they're all recommending fantastic books all the time, so I'm really glad she picked this one out for me because it really sounds like something that's up my street. But yes, these both sound incredible. Thank you so much, Chelsea. It's so much fun having somebody else pick your books for you because you know how much they love them, and if somebody else loves a book, it just makes me all the more excited to read it. I can already tell you that for completely selfish reasons, I'm already so pleased that I've done this video, and I am super excited for Chelsea to get her books as well. If you know me in real life, I am the worst present giver in that I love getting people presents, but I hate keeping it a secret until their birthday or their Christmas or whatever the holiday I'm getting them this gift for, and I'm constantly just telling people what I've bought them because I get so excited and I love watching people unwrap presents I give them. Like, all of my friends right now are nodding and just sighing and rolling their eyes at me because they know. But if you have also enjoyed this video, let me know, because it's something that I would actually quite like to keep up, and maybe every now and then do a booktuber does my book haul for me with other booktubers I love that potentially read slightly differently from me, that potentially live further away from me, and also that I want to make sure you are also watching or at least have had the opportunity to check out. So it functions both as a shout out and a surprise book haul. Let me know if you would like to see more of these in the future and I will take that on board. But I also want to take this opportunity to let you know about a new page that I've added to my blog. Again, like I mentioned, I'm constantly trying to think of new ways to share with you booktubers that I love, and I decided to make a dedicated page on my blog. Equally because I love making lists. You'll know this if you've seen my classical myth retellings list on my blog, but it's a separate page, not a blog post, but a separate page on my blog that I'll link down below, where I have decided to categorize all of the booktubers I watch and love. So I've created genre categories, say fantasy, science fiction, non-fiction, literary fiction, contemporary, romance, whatever it may be, and underneath each of those categories I have listed the booktubers that I watch and enjoy who review books from those genres, which means oftentimes booktubers will appear in multiple lists, but also means if you're looking for a booktuber who reviews a specific genre, you can easily look at that list and click on and try people you haven't before. Naturally, the list isn't by no means complete or perfect. It's something I'm going to be continuing to update. I'm probably moving people into more genres as I remember that they review other things, but I wanted to flag up for you in the meantime so you could check it out and hopefully find some new people to watch. But I think that just about covers everything I wanted to mention in this video. I hope you have enjoyed watching it as much as I've enjoyed organising and filming it. You will be seeing book reviews for both of these books on my channels very soon because I do not want to wait to read them. In the meantime, do let me know some of your favourite booktubers in the comments down below, as well as people you would like to see me collaborate with on a booktuber does my haul video. Until next time, happy reading and I'll see you again soon. Bye guys!